something a bit more uplifting, so maybe later. It was one of those where I don't know what it sounded like on the radio or what you picked up from other people or what you saw on the highlights, but we were defensively frail in a number of places.
Yeah, it did sound that way. I did listen to the whole game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was one of those where very early on we conceded. We had I think they'd done their homework on us pretty well. They did not look like a great team. They looked like a strong, solid team, and they looked like they were all playing and moving for each other. But they weren't the sort of creative flair that I was perhaps expecting. They were very much playing as if they were the away team. They were defending and looking to hit us on the break for a lot of the game, which was... Go on.
They are scared from us now?
I think they...
rather wary rather than scared.
I think that they certainly will be afterwards, if that makes sense. Even though they
beat
us,
I know what you mean,
you know, I'm not sure. I think they played their game and they did it well. That they targeted the defence quite effectively. They didn't do what some of the other teams have done and sat back or let us play a little bit. They were quite in our faces all the way through. George struggled a little bit, certainly early on. I mean, if you look at that first goal, it was quite interesting because we clearly lost the ball over on our right side and didn't defend and let them get the ball through. But then Lewis, I've not seen this mentioned anywhere, but if you watch the highlights, Lewis just standing still while the guy streams past him and basically Lewis waiting for the ball, and the guy comes and takes it straight up his toes and puts it in the net.
Yeah, I will say Scribbo didn't let that one go.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
That is a good point, because before I come on here I had a quick trawl through the old forums and
research.
They're getting what's his name, Kane and McFadz are like absolutely annihilated on that concrete roundabout thing.
Yeah.
And you think, you've just said both Lewington and Baldock are just as equally to blame. You think, but no, not one mention of them on that thing. There was just one guy on there saying that they'd let 4 or 5 goals in between them over the last couple of games. That is a concerning concern. You know what I mean?
And they're the worst concerns. You know? The concerning concerns are the ones you have to be careful of.
That's something to think about, though, wasn't it? I mean, when I was listening to it on the wireless, they were, saying, okay, he's let that guy go. But when I watched it on the TV the next day, I thought, I think really that's that bad, really. I mean, he could maybe have just leathered it rather than tried to play football, but, I don't know. Not being there, you're only seeing, 30 seconds of goals, aren't you? You don't see the rest of the game, do you?
I mean, Kay does deserve a good punch for that.
Oh, fair
that one, to be honest. He was, the first goal, bad defending, all round. One of the most positive things for me this season is when we go behind, we're generally not falling apart. We've not had a match this season where we've gone behind and I haven't thought we can win it.
Yeah.
Which last season we collapsed. The Bradford League one is the only one where I think we reverted to the former last season, where we lost all shape once we'd gone behind.
Could this be down?
Yeah, and it was him, and he got it wrong.
Could this be down to a man in a dark suit with a little dark beard?
You're back in the room. Yeah, it could be. The second goal, the penalty, was it was one of those where it was never a penalty, but it was always going to be given as a penalty. And Carl's got to hold his hand up for it because he got himself in a position where he put his hands on the guy's shoulders. No way did he push him. I had a great view of it. No way was there a push there, but he put his hands there and the guy threw himself to the floor.
And I must say that was described exactly, nearly word for word, as it was on the radio as well.
He does concern me more than anyone else in that team.
It's weird because at the start of the season, to me, he was fantastic.
Yeah.
But he's rapidly becoming a liability, that guy. He really is.
When we got back into it, I mean, the Afobe was fantastic in terms of creating the first goal we got. I can't even remember who scored it. It was Bodic, I think, wasn't it? But Afobe created it, and he was the one that took advantage of their defensive muck-up to get the equaliser. And it was, again, one of those ones where last season we would not have scored that. Whoever it was that would have been on the end of that would have had a valiant effort, but it would have, one-on-one with the keeper, we wouldn't have been strong enough.
We'd have been
and he is. The killer about it was we'd been pressuring them and pressuring them, and essentially they made a mistake and we got it back to 2-2. And at that point, we were going to win that match. I promise you, we were so dominant, we were pushing them so hard, and you could see they hated it. They didn't like being put under that much pressure. And then within seconds, Kay did that little false tackle. And they got the third.
I'm talking to someone at work on Monday about it, and I said, what I hate most at football, unless we've done it, is to go 1-up or to score and then the other guy to run right up the other end. And I hate that, unless we've done it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I went going to Chesterfield once on a Tuesday night, sometime in like February, and we done it, and it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. But it's rubbish when someone
else does it to you. Yeah,
that. And I was really excited. I was kind of mildly excited, I suppose, and in the kitchen on a Saturday afternoon, listened to it, give a wee cheer when we scored. But I just thought, no, don't do that. But I genuinely did still think that we could go on and get another one.
Yeah.
Not being there, of course, you don't know how the ebb and flow's really going, do you?
Yeah, we kept pushing, but you could kind of see it probably wasn't going to happen. But
what are they now? They're 8 points clear of the Dons, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do they look like they're worth being 8 points clear of the Dons?
I was going to ask this. Do you think they'll be up
there or thereabouts?
Yeah.
I think they probably will be. It's weird because you look at it, and like I say, I didn't see any fantastic style or any real creativity, but I just saw a team that's getting used to winning, and to take advantage of it. I don't think they'll be hit as hard after going ahead as we hit them very often, and to come away with 3 points, they'll be floating on that one for a while.
Did the real Albie manage to stay up?
He was great. It was really funny. All right, he got a bit of got good applause at the start. And then throughout the game, he got worse and worse in terms of trying to draw fouls, free kicks, sitting on his bum, pretending to be elbowed. And he was certainly not looking for praise from us throughout the match. But we got a couple of claps from him just to say thanks for remembering who on earth he was. So yeah, it was good. I mean, we took 400 and something.
I thought it was really good. I was quite chuffed with that.
Yeah,
I don't know why everyone was slagging it off. I thought that's well done.
It's really weird that we'll pick up a few comments from their fans in a bit later on. But yeah, if it had been pay on the day, we'd have probably taken another 150 because people don't plan as well.
Why wasn't it pay on the day then? Why could you not pay them? That's just stupidity.
Well, I reckon they have to be able to find a way around it. But they've got development work going on the ground. Although none of it's anywhere near that end. But I guess that basically they've lost a whole end where they're going to build a new stand.
I think that's the way it was
probably where the box
by one of
office
their fans, actually.
Yeah.
It was the box office. They couldn't...
Because they've got barcode readers in at the terraces, so there's nothing set up there to take cash. But
right.
You'd have... I'm still not convinced. I think they could have found a way around it.
I thought they could have done.
Yeah.
Still, they didn't, so they've lost all that money.
They didn't. It was good.
Was another reason, though, not so as they could say if tickets weren't bought beforehand, then they all went back to Bristol and they could open them up to home fans?
Possibly.
Which is why...
I think we're the first team they've done that to.
Oh, that's nice.
Everyone else normally sells whatever they give them, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm not sure we can take much credit for that piece. But
I thought that was all right turnout. I don't know why people were disappointed with that.
No, I mean, in terms of, I think that's great for us. I'm not
really
going to get too fussed.
For us,
and the
for
noise.
other people it might be rubbish, but for us it's brilliant.
The noise coming across on the radio was brilliant as well.
We just kept going. It was great. Atmosphere-wise, it was just really good fun, and they were quiet.
I've thought of my favourite away game, just as you've said. And this is a
Tell us what your favourite away game was.
That time we went to Charlton and get beat 5-1.
That was great fun,
It
wasn't
was brilliant fun. That was a phenomenally good day. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yep, carry on.
Just to go on the same vein, actually, we lost 5-0 at... it was Martin Allen. No, I can't remember where. It was Rochdale or something like that. It was one of the northern clubs beginning with R. Might have been Rotherham or Rochdale. But yeah, we lost 5-0, and I've never had so much fun in all my life. It was
day at Charlton was great, wasn't it? That was a brilliant day.
Yeah, that was.
We got annihilated. That was when Albie scored that. What a goal! This is it. We're off.
We went one up, didn't we? And thinking this is it.
Absolute wonder.
We have made it.
And then, of course, there's games you go to when you meet or see people that make your day as well. Like
it was that.
St Evenage.
Ended up.
St Evenage.
Yeah, that was a brilliant day that as well. But I ended up that day just with radar, just thinking how on earth me and that bloke managed to stay vertical that day was astonishingly funny. That was a brilliant day. But that's my favourite. Sorry, call back there.
We'll pick up some more as we go on. All right, thanks ever so much for that. Let's talk about some other stuff in a bit.
Hello, I'm Jim Cleland, and every Tuesday between 9am and 12pm on Secklow Sounds Radio, you can hear all things MK. We have local news, sport, weather, traffic and travel, and lots of music. I'll be talking to local people about fitness, health, what's going on in Milton Keynes, our diverse community, local businesses, and much more. Join me, Jim Cleland, for all things MK every Tuesday between 9am and 12pm on Secklow Sounds Radio.
guy's voice gets on my nerves. It really does. Right, anyway, coming up in this aromatically rubbed slice of the show, we bring you yet another very tenuous link. Old Bootsy swings by with some more ramblings. We find out Mortis is waving his arms about. I think you want to go to the toilet. Please feel free to go if you want. We find out what has been said about us in the media this week, and we'll have some more from you, yes, you, our beloved listeners.
Thank you very much. This just in, Club Financial Supremu. Let me just start that again.
Albie's not missed, is he?
This just in, Club Financial Supremo Andrew Call Me Andy Cullen today announced the next in his universally acclaimed series of Big Days Out. In what could possibly be described as a shamefaced piece of opportunism, Andy has announced that next week's match against AFC Kingston will be classified as stewards who fancy getting their own back big night out. Andy explained that anyone bringing a steward who fancied getting their own back from any abuse and violence that had been meted out to them in one of the Kingston lot's previous visits would be allowed free entry, use a lift to get upstairs, and a special undercover seat in the boycott end. More on this once we've worked out how successful the boycott is going to be this time.
Right, we've had some tweets in, and I shall read them out right now. Dons has tweeted to say that he can't believe that we threw it away on Saturday. From the moment we got off our second, we could have gone on and won that. Hashtag defensive switch off. Don has tweeted in to say that he's seen a tweet from Dons and wants to make it clear that he's not me. Hashtag imposter. Actress Anne, I'm pleased to see that you guys have stopped focusing on Carl's girth. He always seats whatever people... Stop. God almighty, I need some new specs. He always seats whenever people mention his weight. Hashtag Robbo's not fat. Kitman Tony says, I can't believe this is just making me laugh before I've even read it. Can't believe you haven't mentioned the towel photo yet. I look sexy. Hashtag Wigfield. And Mr. Grover Lover has tweeted in to say, bring it on, you franchise vermin. Hashtag franchise. Hashtag vermin.
Just to avoid wasting that there, that's Mr. Glover Lover.
Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Rather Mr. Glover Lover.
Oh, yeah. Struggling with these specs. Mr. Glover Lover. Okay, carry on.
I just wanted to see if we've got Saturday night on here, but we haven't, I don't think. So I can't play it for Tony. Let me just do it. No. Okay, fair enough. What am I supposed to be doing at the moment? Oh, can you tell us how people can get in touch with us, please?
You can contact us by offering to climb in through an opened window to deactivate an alarm, but get denied the code, by driving from Northampton to Milton Keynes just to punch 4 numbers into a keypad, or you can use more conventional methods. You can contact us on Facebook.
I hadn't actually seen that bit, I saw the earlier one.
We're at facebook.com/the MooCamp. You can tweet us, and we're at the MooCamp, and using the hashtag the MooCamp during the show. You can email us at radio@moocamp.com. You can text 80085, but remember to start your message with, it's us against the world. And to be honest, we're really regretting being so brash, or else it won't reach us. Or you can text direct to the studio on 07848 930 396. It's time for Tenuous Links again, where we start with 2 seemingly unconnected people or things, and then we proceed to show, by a series of progressively unrealistic and remarkably tenuous links, just how they are connected. This week, we show how the Silver Fox, Philip Schofield, and Don's Master of the Headed Ball, Carl McFadzine, are indeed seamlessly entwined. Philip Schofield is the daytime god of TV. He also presents The Cube. A cube is a box which can be used to store odds and ends. Split Ends are a popular music group hailing from New Zealand. New Zealand, in Maori, is known as Aotearoa. A rower is somebody who propels a boat through water. Water is the source of life and is wet to touch. And The touch is something that Kyle McFadzean unfortunately lacks. I thank you.
That's glorious again. Thank you ever so much. Okay, before we go any further, I need to just say a very